Hey, what's up everybody? Mike Ruthless and I'm back. And so is some of the classics, not really classics, but more of the, what line were these on? They're considered classics to me, generations I guess. The IDW ones I guess. TRAILBREAKER and HOIST. And as you can see, you know, remolds of course. Of course in the original line they were remolds. But this is where, at least where I say, this is when Hasbro started to get cheap. Because definitely undersized. Definitely smaller than, these are deluxes. They should have been Voyagers, and I think a KO company did make them Voyagers, and they look better as Voyagers, and they both should have been Voyagers, you know. And you can see like the silver rims on Hoist, but no rims on TRAILBREAKER. You know, even though they both had them originally. So anyway, remolds, repaints, but expected, but good quality though too. So I can't say that they're not bad quality figures. They're real good. They're real nice. And of course we had to get them, but it's sad that we got them so downsized from the original. You know, not the original, but it's like even the Orion Pax is I'll put over here, almost as long. You know, and it's a little bit bigger. And compared to, see, one of the Seekers, look at that. There's thrust. I could put TRAILBREAKER on top of thrust. Look at that. So right there you can tell Hasbro was just, you know. That is better, yeah. I mean, I don't know what they did. They started to downsize, and I'm like, wait a second. It's like it doesn't go, it's not in sync with the rest of the line here. And I know we want this character, you're giving it to us, but like I don't mind. This is a remold anyway, so they would have been saving, you know. But these guys should have been a bit bigger. I mean, they're both trucks. They should be. Could have been Voyager size, but at least keep them deluxe if you want, but make them, you know, make them bigger than the regular guy. I think like they're the same height as Bumblebee, you know, who in my opinion should never have been a deluxe. I think even Perceptor might be taller than that. But anyway, here's TRAILBREAKER, Hoist. As you can see, you know, nice 8 paint apps. It's got the silver, got the orange there on Hoist, red and silver on TRAILBREAKER. Very true to the original. As you can tell, not a lot of paint apps, but just enough. And to tell you the truth, these don't really need it. I mean, Repro Labels made sets for these guys, and Hoist has a little. This actually stops right there. That's not like a, because if you pull it too much, it'll break off. So that's kind of that. So you could do this to keep it in, I guess. This turns into some kind of hook gun or gun hook or something. I don't know. But details are nice though. I mean, they still hold up pretty good. I still like them, you know. I'm not gonna not like these guys. I just wish they were a bit better. Yeah, the quality is great. Plastic quality is great. The shine is great. The colors are great. Should have been a bit bigger though. You know, I mean, especially for these guys. But anyway, I'll show you what I mean. Let me get these guys into robot mode, and you can see for yourselves. All right, here's Hoist and TRAILBREAKER in their robot modes, and not bad robot mode. They look pretty good, you know. And of course, we got to get the close up. Similar qualities with them. Of course, the Hoist has that nice head, which I like. Nice detail, you know. That hook becomes like a hook gun, I guess, you know. Looks just like them, you know. Not too much kibble. A little bit empty back there, but that's fine. Legs kind of like, hey Hasbro, it's this, you know. But it works for this guy because you're not going to pay attention to that anyway, you know. They look big and beefy. The only problem is they're short, you know. Yeah, just take a look at TRAILBREAKER. For these guys are nice and bulky. They're bigger guys, and even in the cartoon they were taller. So I think I don't know. They just fall short, you know. And that's why I think the KO company made them into Voyagers. Again, great detail. They did a great job on everything. But that's the only thing that's missing is the height or the size comparisons, you know. Because I mean, both great figures, all of them a lot. But let's take a Starscream and then like right in front of it. Look how big the Starscream is compared to them, you know. And these guys, they should have made them bigger. You know, they should be a certain. I mean, we got Sea Spray as a Voyager, and I think Power Glide as a, not a Supreme, but in between. I'm like, really? And those guys were mini bots. I can see because they're both bows and they should be bigger, but Why couldn't these two guys been Voyagers? You know, same thing with the Galvatron. When I destroy the Galvatron of the review because he kept falling apart. Horrible figure. The Generations Galvatron that was a tank. That should have been would have worked better as a Voyager. You know, some of the guys work as deluxes. Some don't. These they do and they don't to a degree. They're still nice figures to have, and they're nice to display on their own. If you put them with the rest of the group, though, they fall short. They're shorter. You know, they don't. They're not supposed to be. They're supposed to be as tall or even taller than the cars. I think Sideswipe and Sunstreaker are the tallest ones out of the deluxes, and they're Lamborghinis, which doesn't make any sense that they're taller than these guys. But like I said, like I review them. I try to give you guys the best opinion, the honest opinion. Well, of course, it's still my opinion. Are these good figures? Yeah, they're good. They're great figures. I like them a lot, and I'm glad we got these guys. And you figured we had to get them eventually. Are they great? No. That's why they made KO Voyagers of them. You know, because they do work as Voyagers. They would work better as Voyagers. They just don't work as deluxes. But would I recommend them? No. Honestly, if you get the KO Voyagers, get those because it's the same thing. And for the size too. I mean, if you want them, if you want them all scaled with the Generations, get the Voyager size ones. But if you can't find them, you get these. These are still good figures to have. You know, they just look so tiny in their truck mode. You know, I mean, just look how they look big and bulky, and like big brutes. They're supposed to. And same thing with Skids. I think Skids is even smaller than these guys in his car mode, but he's taller than they are. And Skids was supposed to be smaller, so I don't get it. You know, so Hasbro, you did some, you got some fan favorite figures out there. Of course, a retool, a remold, but with these guys, it's expected. And of course, with the Seekers, they're all remolds, but it works. It worked with these guys too, but you should have given us Voyagers of these guys. So Hasbro, if you decide to do these guys again, definitely do them better. Give TRAILBREAKER has the IDW head, which I'm not a big fan of. Give us the G1 squared off head. That's the one we want. That's the one I want. I don't know about anyone else, but that's the one I want, and that's the one I'll take. But aside from that, is it TRAILBREAKER and HOIST? Yep. I wish we could have had it better where we could see the symbols on them. But you know what? I think I might have missed something. Hold on a second. Okay, I double checked. They are transformed correctly, but the Autobot symbol is underneath there, so you don't see it on the robot mode, which you should. That's the only thing that's taking it away. Because let me just flip this up real quick. You'll see. There it is right there. So, boom, it's not there. But I guess because they had to, and this goes back to if you want to do that. I guess because they had to hit the window feature, because the window is part of the thing. But I'm pretty sure they're right. But anyway, TRAILBREAKER, HOIST. If you don't have these, if you're a completist, definitely get them. If you could get the Voyagers, I think you could find it on KO Toys, or there's another site. I'll put the site in the link if I can find it. They sell the Voyager of these guys, and they look pretty good. And I might have to order one of those. I think they're like $20 each. But anyway, I got these at, where did I get these? Actually, I got these at Toys R Us. No, not Toys R Us. I think Kmart. They were like on sale for like $12 each. And I got them with the with this guy here, the pre-Optimus Prime, the Orion Paxatron, or Trono Prime, or whatever the hell his name is, which I'll review soon. But yeah, I got these guys, pick them up. They're cool figures. Like I said, even if they were like an inch taller, that's all you needed with these guys. It would have been perfect. But still, not a bad figure. And I'm pretty sure we'll get these again. Maybe for the Target Masters or the next lines, and better, at least give us a TRAILBREAKER, like a good TRAILBREAKER. Guys, I'm Mac Ruthless. I'm out. Thanks for watching.